In this tutorial, I'll show you how we can use the Fusion page to remove a green screen in an object we've recorded. Let's dive in. Well, hello everyone, and you're welcome. In this tutorial, what we're going to do is learn how to use the green screen in the Fusion page. If you want to see how to do it without Fusion, do check out the tutorial right here. So first, I'll click the unlinker and delete the audio by just hitting Ctrl X. So I just have the video file. I don't need the audio file. And let's head over into Fusion. So with the marker on the video clip, let's just click on the Fusion tab and we'll be straight into Fusion. So now that we're in the Fusion page, what we're going to do is to first work in a color space that's really good for your camera. So, and to do that, we're going to add a color space transform. So I'll just drag this or hit Control Space and I'll search for color space transform or a CST and just add a CST right here, and I'll take the output of media into the input of the color space transform, and I'll take the output and drag that back into the output of the media. Now I actually recorded this with my Blackmagic camera in DaVinci Resolve, and this is it's simply a Rec 709, nothing too complex. So for the input gamma, I'll set the input gamma to Rec 709. I think it's just right here, and that's all I kind of need to do here. So that's the color space it's like it loves working with. And what I'm going to do, if you've recorded in log mode or all that, you can actually use the log for the specific camera you're actually working with. All right, so here what we're going to do next is to copy this color space, because we want to transform everything we're done back when we want to, before we drop it back to the output. So I'll hit on this, hit Control C and Control V to copy that. We'll just go over here and I'll just take this over here, connect that in. I should have just simply left it there. And what we simply want to do is just swap that output back. So now that we've done that, what we also need to add next, and the reason why we're swapping this is just for accuracy, right? We have the color transform, we've done everything we've done in Fusion, and then we're swapping it back before we send it out, just to have everything uniform. Now what I want to do is to add the delta keyer, because that's what we're going to use to select the background color for and separate the background here. So I hit Control Space and I'll search for a delta keyer or a DK, and then we'll add that delta keyer here. So we'll take the output of the color space transform 1 into the foreground input and take the output into the color space transform, and now we have that keyer. So what we want to do is to be able to visualize what we have here, just like we did in the tutorial where we used the other method to select here. Basically, we use the plugin Resolve's OpenFX plugin to do that. So here, what we're going to do is to click on this color picker and then go over here to pick a color like so. Just do this. Pick on this and then go over here to select the color I want to select. Now you can actually see it has gotten rid of this background here. If we want to see that properly, we'll just click over here on this icon here and we'll just change that to alpha, and with the picker again we can properly see what's going on. So we can choose the best color output we can use to swap this one. All right, like so. All right, so now that we've done that, we can quickly go back here and select that color. Now you notice that we can clearly see the background. All we need to do is to use a transform node to scale this. So with the media in selected, I'll select the transform node and I'll just bump up the size until the entire section is gone. And what I'm also going to do is just drag this slightly to the right so we can actually see just this object. So once we've separated this background, how do we clean this up? Well, to clean this, what we need to do is to first go and select two options here. So we'll go back to the keyer, the delta keyer, and we'll have the fringe option. So let's click on this. We'll set the spill method to medium it's one of the best ways to work with green screens. And we'll just play around with the gamma. We'll just drag this down a bit so you can see what it's doing. If I slide this down, there's some blur, and we'll just drag this down and place this like so. I think 0.16 is a very good point, like that. All right, cool. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and set this to mask with the keyer. So let's go back to the delta keyer, and if we look at the matte, click on the matte as well, we can play around with the threshold. This is also going to affect the region here. We can see along the edges how it's affecting that. So I'll just drag the threshold here a bit just to have that slightly closer to the object, like that. All right. If we had an object we wanted to mask, let's say, for example, if I go back to the transform and drag this slightly to the left, we can begin to see some of that, edge spilling over there. Let's say we want to mask this. So to do that, there's a garbage matte for our delta keyer. So we're going to create a mask. So I'll just click on this mask, a rectangle mask, and I'll put that in the delta keyer's garbage matte. And then we can just drag this and position this elsewhere. So you can see we can easily hide that edge. We can increase the height to actually cover up that section there. And let's just make sure that the mask is not hiding our actual object. So you can see it's hiding this controller when it's actually over here. So what we can do is to just push this mask to the left, just seriously to the left, just when it's not really exposing any object. And that's it. So that's how you can use the delta keyer with the, I'll just go over here, transform, just push this back a bit. All right, so that's how we can use the delta keyer to work with in the Fusion page. All right, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.